If you're wondering what the big leagues looks like for print on demand, here's an example. This is a website called Vexels, and they're a high-end graphics company, and they work with print on demand artists. And it can be tough sometimes to look through these because there's no real free option that's like readily available right on the front page. So in this video, I'm going to walk through 5 things I love about Vexels so you can get a peek under the hood to see how this company runs and how these resources help print on demand artists make absolutely spectacular print on demand apparel and products. Okay, 2 things before we get started here. The first is I want to mention that I'm going to be putting a link down in the video description below. It is an affiliate link, and what that means is that if you wind up purchasing any of the subscriptions or any of the individual license, or even the lifetime license, it is an affiliate link, and I would receive a small commission on that. That having been said, there's different tiers. There's also individual licenses that you can buy as well. So for example, if I really like Little Foxy here and I'd like to buy that, when I click on download, so here's the fox image. When I click on download, it gives me a single lifetime license and it gives me more details about it. So you can check it out. You don't have to necessarily sign up. You could just purchase the license as well, but then there's plans. So I just wanted to mention that before we jump in. There's a bunch of different things here, but I'll put a link in the video description below. The other thing I wanted to mention as well is it can be really overwhelming when you first start out. And so I wanted to really kind of give you a look at what's available with Vexels, because it can be intimidating to sign up for something and then feel pressure that you have to buy something. So instead, you can just watch this video and I can show you a couple really cool, 5 actually, really cool things that I love about Vexels. And this is the first one that I love, is they've got these things called repeatable patterns. So this is amazing, right? Because if you look at this pattern here, it's got dogs that are repeating. But if you look really close here, like let's say this one here, this gaming one, the end of the one size is the start of the other. So you can tile this on like a Redbubble or a TeePublic or, that sort of thing. You can even create it in Photoshop, but you can just tile it. And as a result, you can make huge, really high quality looking graphics. So that's number 1. I love the tiling patterns that they have available on Vexels, and they've got lots and lots of them. I'm logged in under my account here, and I'm just going to go up to the top under Discover. And you can see here there's a t-shirt maker. So I'm going to click on that, and this t-shirt maker is pretty cool. So there's different mock-ups. There's a male t-shirt, there's a female t-shirt, there's some hoodies. So let's just do a male t-shirt right now. On the left-hand side, there's a little button where I can now start getting t-shirt templates. So for example, if I really like this one, it says Legends are born in February, I'll double click it. All of a sudden it pops onto the shirt. And you go, okay, well, that's fine. But check this out. If I click inside of it now, I can actually change the text. It's an editable design. So I can say, you know what? Legends aren't born in February. Legends are born in January. Oh, now I can move this around. I can change where this is located. I can actually edit this design the way that I want. So I could put this up here, for example. I can change all of it. And it's high quality, professional looking t-shirt editor. There's a ton of different options here. As we scroll on down the side, you can see there's a ton of clip art. There's a ton of templates, just like massive amounts of templates. And these are editable templates, just like what I did here. It's so cool. If you sign up for the middle of the road membership, it's called the merch plan, and it's for POD and merch sellers, print on demand and merch sellers. It's $22 per month billed yearly, and you can change it to monthly or annual. My point is, if you're in the middle tier, you get access to this merch digest, this Vexels merch digest, and this thing is awesome. Normally when I mention like a newsletter, it's kind of like wah, nobody really cares. It's just a waste of time. But this thing's actually really cool. It gives you a whole bunch of selling dates. It gives you tactics that you can use. It gives you an interview. So it's like almost like reading like a magazine, like an industry magazine. It's actually really cool. And so there's a ton of stuff in here that you would want to read and understand how to use. And it comes out pretty much every month. This one is April's, for example. Merch Digest number 32. There's a bunch here that come out. So I just wanted to mention that you get this newsletter, and don't overlook that because it's an industry standard newsletter, which can be really high end. So one of the most insane pieces of value that I've ever seen in my years of working in print on demand is this first tier here. It says Pro, Freelancers, and Small Business. It's also in the larger ones as well, but it's right here. It says 1 design request per month. Here it says 2 design requests. And over on the big boys here where it says business, large scale, it's 7 design requests. So what does this mean? 1 design request per month. What this means is you can actually email Vexels and their design team will create on spec. They'll create a design for you that you can use. It's a personalized design. So I'll just show you how that works. I'm going to go into my account here. I can make a design request. So every subscriber has access to a limited amount of free design requests per month. So what you can do is actually click this button and say, hey, I'd really like a picture of my cat, a cat eating a pizza, and it's going to look like this, it's going to look like that, and they'll make the design for you. They actually have a professional team that makes a Vexels high quality graphic that would be yours. It's absolutely unbelievable. So that's one of the best features on Vexels. The quality of the designs is really high, but the quantity is off the charts. So I'm going to just show you very quickly what I'm talking about here. At the top, I'm going to go to Discover, and then I'm just going to go over here to the left where it says Categories. And I'm just going to pick something here at random. So I'm just going to scroll down. Here's one here. It says Vintage and Retro. I'm just going to click on that. And we can see here the number. There's almost 5,000 vectors. 52 PSD files, those are Photoshop files. There's over 24,000 PNG and SVG files, over 3,000 logos, over 3,000 icons, and 40 editable designs. So you can go through and you can just spend like days looking through everything on here. I'm just going to go to like page 7, just at random, because it just goes on and on. Everything on here would be usable for print on demand. So you would never have to leave the Vexels verse. You could just scroll through and just use whatever's on here because you know that it's licensable. It's absolutely ridiculous, the number of high quality. And that's the other thing I wanted to mention. Everything on here is high quality. I don't see any beat up, crappy scans of things. These are all like properly formatted by a team of professionals. And it's little things like arrows, fonts, that sort of thing that just make this next level stuff. You're not going to get this really on a free website. As much as I love free, there is the old adage where you get what you pay for. And I mean, there's absolutely ridiculous quality of graphics. These are like high-end, high-end designs. And then you can see when you click on one, underneath it, it's almost like a Pinterest board. You get similar designs in that same genre. So, I mean, you're talking literally tens of thousands of designs that you can take as your own base or just use them as is. Some are editable. If if you have any skill set in Photoshop or Inkscape, you can use these and modify them. But again, I mean, the sheer number, we're talking over, tens of thousands of designs here. So I think the combination of quality and quantity really pushes Vexels to near the top of the POD chain. And, to go over the monthly and the annual subscriptions here, the Pro, it's about $10 a month US, but if you do annual, it actually knocks it down. So you can just flip it there like that. This Pro one is good for a small business. You get 1 design request a month. You get access to the designs, that sort of thing. This is the big one though, is the $22 per month, billed yearly. And this gets you access to things like the online t-shirt maker, gets you 200 downloads a month, and it gets you access to use things like the merch and the Printful and the Redbubble. So if you're going to be a merch like person, like selling actual product, the middle one is the one that you probably want. It's the best value. And again, for $22 a month, it gets you access. This 2 design requests a month is huge. I can't stress that enough. And again, it comes with licenses. You can actually download the license, which is nice too. So you never have to worry about somebody on merch or Redbubble saying, hey, hold on. You can point back to your license, which is nice as well. Now for the real big guns, this is where you can get really serious. There's actually a lifetime membership you can buy. So if you don't want to goof around with like monthly stuff or yearly stuff, for $550, you just get everything forever. And there it is. And then you get 2 design requests per month as long as you live. And you get lifetime licenses, which is kind of nice. So if you've got $550 kicking around and you're thinking about setting up your own print-on-demand business, basically this is an option. So it's the equivalent of buying a laptop or getting, some sort of overhead. If you factor that into the startup of your business, this pretty much gets you a lifetime membership. So that's pretty cool too. So I hope you guys found that helpful. Vexels is a really cool site and there's lots of cool tools on there. And yeah, feel free to leave me a question, hit the like button if you found this helpful. And as always, I very much appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching.